my montage on how to make a Final Cut Pro Fortnite montage. Now I'm happy that you came to the second part on how to make the montage. In this video, I'll show you how to use transitions. Transitions are an amazing part of Final Cut Pro and something that you need to learn how to use. Now what I'll quickly do is delete the two clips, and I'll show you how to do this from the beginning. Now you have to import your music first. So I'm gonna put my music in, which for example, I'm gonna use this song. Drag it into your event, and I have music. Now, let's say you want to use this clip. Now you'll have to select what you want, and then you want to use a second clip. Now you have two clips, but when you watch it, it's unsynced, it has a bunch of noise, and most of all, when you go to the end, it just changes clips. Now, I expect that's not really what you want. You want a smooth transition. To do that, first of all, you want to go to your transitions browser. As you can see, where my mouse is, so on the bottom right hand corner, there is something that has a transition logo. Click on that, and then it'll show you all of the free transitions that Final Cut Pro gives you. Now let's say I want to use one of these transitions, so a 360 Gaussian blur. First of all, you want to drag it in. Now this will show whenever you want to make a transition. So don't be scared to click on create transition, because that's something you're going to have to do every single time. Now once you create your transition, did you see that? It had a blur transition. Now that's not the only transitions you could use. There's many better transitions, such as things like this, stuff that aren't free with Final Cut Pro, but you could get them on YouTube for free. Now let's say you want to put transitions in, but you want it to look cleaner, and yeah. So basically what you want to do is you want to have your transition ready. Then you want to put your clip in. When you put your clip in, make sure you put in your music first too. Drag in your music, click on OK, except if you want to change your video settings, but because it's music, you can't really do anything. Drag your clip in, remove the sound, remove your sound here too. Now you may go into trouble where it accidentally goes on top. If it accidentally goes on top, you can move your clip. And you want to move it right next to the clip so it doesn't go on top. And you could check that it doesn't have a black screen. So what will happen if it's not good is you'll see a black screen. So let's say you want to scroll. It's black. That means you want to move it more. Let's check again. It's black. You want to move it a bit more. And now it's good because there's no black screen. Now you could sync it. So I'll show you that later in my next video. But here we go. Drag in your transition. Make sure you have your second clip selected. And you want to make sure it doesn't have a transition look. It should have the picture. Then, once it has a plus sign, you want to drop it. Now after you dropped it, it'll have the transition. And now at the end, it will also have a transition. Now what I usually do is I remove the transition at the end, because usually you want to use a different transition. Thank you for watching my next video in the series on how to use transitions in Final Cut Pro. transitions will come really handy when you're making your montages, because that's usually the first thing people look for, amazing transitions in your montages. In my next video, I'll show you how to sync clips, one of the most important parts of Final Cut Pro.